Alright, ninjas, here we are continuing this video series. We've been covering off basic things in starting your business. We talked about a journal, we talked about becoming a product of the product, getting your auto ship set up. We talked about becoming familiar with your virtual office, your dashboard, getting your list building going and what that looks like and how you can start that list and the different resources of using your social media, your Facebook friend contacts, your cell phone contacts, etc. And that list building always continues. And then we kind of moved forward in talking about approach a little bit and about posture and mindset exercise, about learning to create that positive energy and that mindset, and the exercise that I taught you guys with regards to Brian Tracy using the like yourself system, where you get in front of the mirror and you use that mirror and represent yourself in front of the mirror by saying, I like myself, I like myself, I like myself. And again, you could replace like with love, and you definitely want to love yourself, obviously. But the concept here is that you want to transfer that energy to the person that you're talking to. So, you might not want to transfer love to everybody, just saying. But anyhow, that kind of brings us up to speed to where we are right now in this video series. There's a lot of different directions that I could go with us at this point, and we're going to expand on a lot of different areas of topics of conversation with regards to hopefully helping you become better equipped in becoming successful with your Mint business, and being successful when you're prospecting, when you're recruiting, when you're presenting, etc. I think what I'm going to talk about in this video here is, when you are approaching people and you've got your list and you're prospecting, and now you're in front of that person, whether it's in social media environment or it's face-to-face, okay, or a three-way call. One of the things that a lot of people do is they tend to get very excited or nervous with what they are going to present, and so they create an information overload and they just spew out all kinds of information to that individual that becomes overwhelming. And again, remember that you need to be a good listener, and this is where a lot of people break down and they cause the failure, because they fail to listen. They don't stop to listen. And so what they do is they're just spewing out this information. Of course, they're excited, right? I mean, it's a natural tendency to do that. You want to share everything you know about this because you're excited. But this is where you have to rein it in. You got to control what you're doing and really only create interest and curiosity. So in a former company that we were in, we developed a system. And it's a system that's really been around for a long time in network marketing, and it's also been used in other types of businesses, and it's it's an easy system to wrap your head around in terms of a step-by-step approach. Part of this is going to be talking about getting into transitioning, but before we get into transitioning, we want to talk about this system, and what it is that I'm leading up to here is PS3. Really easy to remember because any of us that have been around video games, we know PlayStation 3. Okay, but this is not what we're talking about in this situation. PS3 in this situation is about piquing curiosity and interest, and then from that, sharing some information, all right, not a lot, just brief information, and then leading them to the three-way call. Okay, now there are transitions going from these steps that you need to learn, and we're going to talk about transitioning in the next video. But for the purpose of this video, PS3. So write this down. You should have your journal, you should have notes, you should have a pen. You should write down PS3. So P is for piquing curiosity and interest. S is for sharing. 3 is for the three-way call. Now, when you want to pique the curiosity, what we're really trying to do is just drop enough information that they get curious and interested. Okay, so we want to be, you can liken it to a movie trailer. You want to be the trailer and not the movie. Okay, because you're not in a position to show the whole movie to the person that you're talking about, so to speak. You are in a position to give them a little bit of a teaser, a little bit of information, share with them just enough to demonstrate that you're excited and passionate about what you're doing, and that you really want them to check it out. So you might say something like, you've talked to them about that you're doing something big, you're passionate about it. Now they come back and they say, okay, Sid, I got your message. What is it? And you say, well, it's about life changing. And, you probably heard that before, but we're really affecting people. We've got this really cool thing going on with this company. It's called Mint. And we do this thing called Mint Moments. And we're really making a difference with people. And you stop. You stop there. You don't elaborate in all kinds of detail. Now that's just one example of a direction you could go. You could maybe take the direction of product. You could say, well, it's a nutrition company and thousands of people are getting results on this product. I mean, you need to check it out. And you stop. All right? Or it could be about success. It could be about the money, about the opportunity. And you could say, I got on board. I'm working with this other leader, and she's made, all kinds of money in the last 2 months. She's already got herself car qualified. She's got a new Camaro that she's about to receive. You got to check this out because it's going to be life changing. So what I'm getting at here is you just give them a little bit of information. You pique the curiosity, and you hit the hot buttons. Right now, you have to be wise enough and listen enough to understand what those hot buttons may be based on their responses. You might have a person that is very product driven. So then you're going to hone in on that. You're going to say, hey, this thing is really, really moving because there's these people that are just getting all kinds of results on this product. It's a nutrition company that I'm talking about here, and people are losing weight, they're getting in shape, they're feeling better. You need to check it out. Right? Or the hot button might be the opportunity, the money side. Someone's looking for a business. So again, you can use the example of somebody that has had a lot of success. You build that story, you tell them about the car qualification, that they're getting their new Camaro or their new Jeep or whatever. So you get the point. What you want to do is you just want to create that curiosity and that interest. Say enough that will cause them to want to know more and stop talking. Okay? Now, they're going to want to know more. And what you've got to do is you've got to, again, create the sense of urgency. You have to create an atmosphere that demonstrates that your time is valuable and that you are taking massive action and that you are pretty busy. And so you don't have time to get into all of it and elaborate on everything. But what you'd like to do is get them on another phone call, set up a call, and then talk to them more about it. So this is where you move it to the next step. Right? And you get them on a three-way call. Now you don't invite them to a three-way call. You just get them on the phone. And we're going to talk about that in another video too on how to do a three-way call properly. But this is the part with PS3. Okay, I'm going to go back over this. You pique the curiosity. Don't be the movie, so to speak. Be the movie trailer. Anybody that's seen movie trailers, you see little highlights of the movie, enough that gets you excited and curious about it to say, hey, I'm going to go see that movie. I like who's in it. It looks like it's a fun movie to watch, right? So this is where you pique curiosity and interest. The next step, share enough information with them that it will cause them to want to know more, right? Now you can lead them to a three-way call or a direct face-to-face meeting. All right, and then you have your three-way call. Now, PS3 has worked for years, guys, and three-way calls is the backbone of our industry. The three-way call is the best tool to use in building your business. Beyond anything else, I mean, you can do internet marketing, and you can do presentations, you can do tasting parties, all of these things. But the three-way call is still number one, because what it does is if you understand how to get a person to a three-way call and then create enough interest and curiosity, now what you do is you bring in a third party, and they are the person that are going to validate you. They're going to edify you, and they're going to strengthen your attraction that you have with that person to come on board, right? And then you can follow up with that three-way call and go for closing them. So PS3, that is the thing to write down from this video and take away. The takeaway is don't give them too much information, just enough to create curiosity and interest. Okay, pique, curiosity, interest, that's the P. S, share some more information, but only enough that will now want them to find out more. It's the next exposure. And then you get them on a three-way call. Okay, and then from there, you may have another exposure or another exposure. Again, another topic that we're going to talk about, exposures, because people don't sign up necessarily, and in most cases they never do, on the first exposure. It can take 4, 5, 6, 7 exposures before someone makes a decision to join you and your business. So PS3, write that down and we'll move towards the next video.